Hello, welcome to Private Kitchen. This time we are dedicating our attention to interactive sound art. And I have with me co-hosting Rens Magielsen. Hey!
Hey, Alexa.
Nice to have you. And with me, I have as special guest Nick Verstand. How are you?
Hello.
Hello.
Yes, very good.
And Salvador Braids.
Hello.
Hey! So, first of all, if someone that you don't see for a long time ask you, what do you do for a living? What will you reply them?
I think the answer is always different depending on who asks the question, because I do many different things. But I would mainly just say artist, because it's just very encompassing of everything, like light, sound, installation, live, or museum. It kind of covers that whole space. So that's what I would usually say.
Yeah. And you, Salvador, what do you reply to your colleagues from school that you don't see for one decade?
Depends on which school, because if it's the same school, then it's well. If I really need to do it simple, I work with sound in all kind of different contexts.
Yeah.
So that's the really short version.
And how did it start for you? Like, where are you coming from education-wise? How did you end up here?
Yeah, I mean, we both went to the HKU, right? That's also how we know Rens. I think that's already like a long time ago, right? Like 15 years or something. I don't even know. The first time we actually went to the bachelor of the HKU. But yeah, I think that's like a starting point, is going to the HKU, learning about sound and technology. And for me, from there, I was really involved in nightlife. So I did a lot of performing as an electronic music artist, and I had a booking agency and like a record label and a management, and we were organizing events. So I tried literally everything you can do in nightlife. I tried it, and that's also where I think we interacted a bit more. We were in like some of the same clubs, like Studio 80 here in Amsterdam. So that was a very fertile ground to sort of get to know the possibilities of organizing something yourself and really seeing like, oh, you can totally influence what's around you and sort of do what you actually like and how you would like to see it. You can actually make that. So that's where that started from. And then at a certain point, I felt I had to get a bit more serious than being at parties 5 days a week.
But that's university, right? That's university life.
Well, that's when I was 30, so I don't know. I don't know if that's totally. It's a bit longer than university. And at that point, I made this work Anima for me, which was really the starting point as really becoming like autonomous artists. So before that, I was doing a lot of stuff with electronic music. And from Anima on, it was really like audiovisual and three-dimensional and more like something you can actually put in a museum. And that work has really been like received super well and has traveled like the whole world. It's currently in Ghent, going to Lille for an exhibition starting next month, I think. So we've been working on that project for like years and years, and it's still going. So it's like I kind of accidentally came into this sort of art thing from that one project, and now that's my work.
Yeah. And I will ask the same question for you. I'm going back to Anima. I have a lot to talk about it, but how did you end it up? Because you are an audio freak.
Well, yeah, that was one simple way of explaining that I do things with sound, but it's slightly different than just putting on a song. Well, indeed, HKU was also my studies, and I did my bachelor and master there. And while I was always edging towards programming, sound has always been my main focus. So programming for sound, and then programming software for sound. But it was always kind of a side thing, and I really noticed that other people were really focused purely on programming. So with that, I kind of found a way of understanding what they do and be in a position really from the sound experience. And so interaction was already there, and playing with sound in space, etc. And I think after my school, I went much more into composition and more traditional, like film and and parallel to that, developing spatial sound software and nightlife. So this is where we know each other from, and I think nightlife is indeed a very fertile ground to do all kinds of experiments and just have people walk into it without any idea of what they're going to experience. So we did a lot of little installations also there and art projects in nightlife. And at some point, Nick and I reconnected on Anima, actually, to see how we could bring that sound experience a few steps further. Because there was already a version, but we really wanted to make the sound experience really work well together with the art piece.